What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk about Healthier Choices Management, tickers HCMC. There is something happening behind the scenes that I do want to talk, and that might be linked to what was said in December about the new capital share structure. Again, I'm going to talk about that, what that might possibly mean for us as investors and for HCMC. But before I get into any of that, making sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I greatly appreciate that. But getting right to it though, onto their website, you can see this letter, which was from the CEO to its shareholders on December the 27th. I want to talk on this. So finally, please know that we are exploring potential ways to modify our capital share structure in a way that is more favorable to our shareholders. And I know typically when that was said, a lot of people were very excited because that was the light at the end of the tunnel. What is HCMC doing? Are they actually doing something very big? But as of right now, they have not done anything. But I just want to show you this. I'm going to pop over to Interactive Brokers. And typically when I go over Interactive Brokers, it does have a lot of accurate information when it comes down to financial instruments. And you can see under HCMC, when you search it, there's 4 different things that pop up. One of which is the over-the-counter stock, which we already know, preferred share, which technically has not changed one bit. Then these two, rights subscription and rights over subscription. Typically those are linked together for a issuance of shares. This happened in obviously 2021, but this is new, because obviously when it is concluded, those are ceased to exist. But this is new information. So hypothetically, are they issuing more shares? What are they doing? Is this kind of the first step in the bigger picture for HCMC? Are they finally doing something? Because I know a lot of investors have been sitting tight, waiting for them to do something very big. And this might be it. So again, my own 2 cents. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just interpreting how I see things. If you do like Interactive Brokers and a lot of good information, because this is where I gather a lot of information from, just click on the link in the description below or the comments, just play around. It does have a lot of good information. But like I said, this possibly might be something to very much watch for in the coming months, especially as well as of right now, there has been nothing done as far as to make it favorable for the shareholders. So hopefully this might allude to something big. But overall though, shorts have been really manipulating HCMC significantly. And when it comes down to HCMC, we are extremely cheap. And given the circumstances of where we are right now, it is only roughly about 34 million of a market cap. That is extremely small, to say the least. So the fact that shorts are actually entering in, that is very concerning if you ask me. Like I said, I think a lot of investors really need HCMC to do something very beneficial for its shareholders, whether it be a buyback or something like that. But typically when it comes down to over-the-counter stocks, there's not frequently that good of or often of a buyback unless the company is just flourishing. But HCMC unfortunately is not. Their grocery store, surprisingly based on their previous earnings, did do a lot better than I was expecting, but still there's a lot of assets under HCMC that need to be dealt with. So again, I'm going back to my point from previous videos. They need to do something. They either need to split HCMC into 2 separate businesses because they have a lot of assets on their books that they are not doing anything with. So that potentially could be something that they could do where they could just have their main focus as one business, have all, for instance, a qcup vape store and things like that, all their patents and things like that in regards to cigarettes as another business. And that could be still very profitable, make investors very much happy at the end of the day. But again, that's just my own 2 cents. Keep in mind, like I said, I'm just a big fan of HCMC. I want them to do a lot of good things. Just right now, I think management is just being stagnant, but hopefully, like I said, going back to this, they are doing something behind the scenes in the works. So that's how I see things. And like I said, potentially news might be coming out over the next coming weeks or possibly month about this or associated to that. When it comes down to it though, I just want to quickly tie it all together with some technical analysis, some things that I did find very interesting. So overall, pretty much not much to say on stochastic or RSI. Is pretty stagnant. Looking at momentum though, number of buyers has been going down considerably. So again, this might be a little bit more cause for concern, because when it comes down to over-the-counter stocks, you desperately need capital to get in, or else you're just going to consistently die. Because like I said, going back to this, shorts are very much easily able to manipulate the stock to their own benefit. So the fact that actual big money is not getting in. That's, like I said, something maybe we really need to watch for. I'm just going to quickly go back for the third time to Interactive Brokers because, like I said, it does have a lot of good information, one of which is this. So I just want to talk on the ownership. So typically the ownership, you can see, has been going down a little bit, but still, as of right now, strategic entities hold 17.63 billion shares of HCMC, institutions 239.18 million shares. So overall, still a substantial amount of holdings, and you can even see strategic entities hold 5.29 million of a total value of HCMC. And once again, I am going to bounce back and forth and go to here. So 34 million is the market cap, and strategic entities hold roughly about 6 million. So they have a pretty good stake in HCMC, and I think the insiders have a pretty substantial holding in HCMC as well. So that's something as well you might be very interested in, and I think this is why out of any other over-the-counter stock, you don't get the same amount of institutional holdings that you do with HCMC. So with all that, let me know your thoughts on HCMC in the comments below. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I greatly appreciate that. And with all that said, though, I appreciate you guys watching, and have an amazing July the 4th.